Today we're looking at the real life behind a name almost everyone recognizes. Most people see Canva as an overnight success, but the real story involves over 100 rejections and a decade of calculated risks. We're going to break down the specific decisions Melanie Perkins made that changed the design industry forever and what you can learn from her approach to problem solving. Before Canva was a household name, Melanie Perkins identified a massive gap in the market that most established software companies were ignoring. While teaching design at a university in Perth, Melanie noticed students spent months just learning where the buttons were in complex software like Photoshop. She realized that the technical barrier was preventing creative people from actually creating. This insight is crucial for any entrepreneur. Look for where people are frustrated by professional tools that are unnecessarily difficult. Instead of blaming the user, she decided to fix the interface. Melanie didn't start with a global design platform. She started with high school yearbooks. Fusion Books allowed schools to design their own yearbooks online, serving as a lean proof of concept for what would become Canva. This taught her the value of niche testing before trying to scale. It's a great reminder to solve a specific, painful problem for a small group before going wide. When she finally decided to build Canva, Melanie faced over 100 rejections from venture capitalists who didn't see the vision. Many investors thought the market was already saturated by giants like Adobe and Microsoft. Her persistence shows that a no often comes from a lack of imagination on the investor's part, not a flaw in the idea. This phase is where most founders quit, but Melanie used the feedback to refine her pitch. Securing the first major investment required more than just a good slide deck. It required a change in environment and strategy. To get face time with Silicon Valley investors like Bill Tai, Melanie learned to kitesurf, a popular sport among tech elites. This wasn't just for fun. It was a strategic move to enter the rooms where decisions were made. It highlights the importance of understanding the culture of the industry you're trying to break into. Networking often happens in unconventional settings, not just in boardrooms. Melanie knew that once she had one reputable investor, others would follow like dominoes. She focused heavily on landing a lead investor who could validate the company's potential to others. This social proof is a common tactic in high-stakes business decisions. When you're looking for support, find the one person whose endorsement carries the most weight in your specific field. Melanie didn't do it alone. She partnered with Cliff Obrecht and Cameron Adams to balance her vision with operational and technical expertise. A common mistake is trying to be a solopreneur when the scale of the problem requires a diverse skill set. Understanding your own weaknesses and hiring to fill those gaps is a hallmark of her leadership style. This trio provided the stability needed to survive the early lean years. Canva's growth wasn't accidental. It was built on a freemium model that prioritized user success over immediate profit. By offering a high-quality free version, Canva lowered the barrier to entry for millions of users. This disrupted the traditional model of expensive software licenses and forced competitors to rethink their pricing. The lesson here is that sometimes giving away value for free is the fastest way to build a massive, loyal user base. Once users are integrated into the ecosystem, they're much more likely to pay for premium features. Canva's mission was to empower the world to design, which meant making professional-grade templates available to everyone. They focused on the non-designer market, such as small business owners and social media managers. This expanded the total addressable market far beyond what Adobe had captured. If you can make a specialized skill accessible to the general public, you create an entirely new market category. Canva was quick to localize their platform into dozens of languages and provide culturally relevant templates. They didn't just translate words, they understood that design aesthetics vary by region. This global mindset allowed them to scale rapidly in markets like Brazil, India, and China. When planning for growth, always consider how your product needs to adapt to different cultural contexts. Melanie's approach to company culture and social impact has become a blueprint for modern tech companies. Melanie implemented a two-step plan, build one of the world's most valuable companies, and then use that platform to do the most good. This includes initiatives like Canva for nonprofits, which gives free premium access to charitable organizations. Integrating social impact into the core business model helps with employee retention and brand loyalty. It shows that profit and purpose don't have to be mutually exclusive. In recent years, Melanie has steered Canva toward AI-driven design with tools like Magic Studio. Instead of fearing AI as a replacement for designers, she views it as a way to automate the tedious parts of the creative process. This proactive approach to new technology ensures the company stays relevant in a shifting landscape. Always look for ways to integrate emerging tech to solve your customers' next set of problems. Melanie Perkins often reminds her team that they're only 1% of the way there, despite their multi-billion-dollar valuation. This humility prevents complacency and keeps the focus on long-term innovation. For anyone building a career or a business, the takeaway is to maintain a growth mindset regardless of your current success. Success is a moving target, and the best leaders are always looking at the next horizon. Melanie Perkins' story isn't just about software. It's about the power of solving a real problem and having the grit to see it through. The big idea is to start small with a niche product, build a team that covers your blind spots, and never stop iterating based on user feedback. Whether you're an entrepreneur or a creative professional, her journey offers a framework for turning a simple observation into a global impact. If this breakdown of Melanie Perkins' rise helped you understand the strategy behind successful startups, subscribe for more biography deep dives. We focus on the real decisions and context that help you make smarter moves in your own career. Thanks for watching. If this helped, please like the video too. If you want more deep biography breakdowns, subscribe and leave the next name in the comments.